Oh, look who's live. Oh my gosh, guys, I just finished Raw. I was gonna wait till 10:30 to go ahead and start broadcasting, but I figured I'd just go ahead and start. This is wow, I've been waiting to do this for so long. I'm lost at words. Obviously I look a little different. So much to go over, not just with the Raw review, but with everything that's happened with the channel and with the draft and with me personally and what I'm doing. But I'm live and I like it and it's beautiful and yeah, here I am. I'm on YouTube. I'm also streaming through Google Hangouts. So if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you can go to Google Hangout and you can watch me there. It's ad free. But for those who don't know, for those who do watch this eventually, I am Zach. I am okay. There's a lot for me to go over. I'm going to hit on something right off the bat. Yobro Gaming and Reviews no longer has Wayne. Wayne is doing his own thing. For those who haven't noticed, he's on his own YouTube channel, Barons of Hell. Please go and subscribe to Wayne. Follow Wayne. Wayne's a good dude. He's my ex-brother-in-law, Ethan. Go follow him there. I'm going to give him some love. He's doing his thing on there. He's doing good things. Give him support. Get him up there. Hell, get us up there. Get me up there. I will have people joining me on here random. I have a cousin on here. I have a friend who's wanting to join me on here occasionally. He was going to do this, but he has other things he's got to do. I'm actually streaming from his house right now until I get my own spot set up. A lot of things have happened to me, and I'm going to go over everything and address everything in a YouTube video on Thursday. I will post it. Also, this ties into this Raw review. I'm also going to be doing a mock draft. I'm going to take my top 10 for SmackDown, my top 10 for Raw. I'll put it out to you guys. That's going to be up tomorrow afternoon if I'm not working. I'm working and doing this YouTube stuff now, so it's going to be fun. But let's talk about Raw. I will get into everything else with me and what's going on and with the channel. That will all be on Thursday in an update for the channel. But I want to talk about Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw has been abysmal for the last, I don't know how many weeks. But tonight, knowing it was the last one before the draft, before the separation again, and I remember that 12, 14 years ago now. Obviously, the product was better to me back then than it is now, but the product is still pretty dang good now. It has at least the potential to be pretty dang good. I haven't been able to review Extreme Rules or Payback or Money in the Bank, which Money in the Bank was a lot better than those the two. Seth Rollins tonight being the champion. I'm scatterbrained at the moment. But my point to you all is, and I'm going here to check some stuff. I'm just making sure my live controls here set up so I can keep track of whatever goes on. You know, right up the gate, Raw started off hot, and there was a lot of high points tonight to me. I'm sure there will be people who are going to disagree with me, people who are going to say that it wasn't great. Raw wasn't great. I wouldn't disagree. But Raw was very, very good tonight. Raw was a hell of a lot better than it has been. And I'm looking at the TV and they got the New Day on a commercial for the USA Network. I guess they're supporting they're showing it for the draft now. A lot of stuff tonight. The big focus on the draft tonight. They finally revealed the rules to this, which I do have a couple issues with a few things about the rules. But overall, I'm okay with what they got going. But yeah, they started off Raw hot, with Shane coming out and with Stephanie McMahon being out there, and then going right straight to here's our general managers. Because last week was such a pain and just so rough to get through. Like the last few weeks, I haven't finished watching Raw, and I had to last week for them to announce what I pretty much already knew, that Shane and Stephanie were running both brands. Now, they make this sound like this is going to be a complete separation. You're not going to have anything with the two together. If you have not seen Raw, don't be watching this. I talk spoilers. I talk about what happened on the product. This is a review. Right off the bat, Mick Foley. Mick Foley being announced as the general manager of Raw is good. It was unexpected, but at the same time, a little underwhelming to me. I mean, it was good to see Mick Foley, and Mick, it was nice to see Mick. But I don't know, I didn't feel that connection. It didn't have that excitement that I had hoped it would have. If it was, I guess would have been someone else. I'm not saying Mick Foley will be a bad general manager. I'm not jumping up and down. I still feel like Raw is going to be the same old, same old. They keep talking about it's going to be vastly different, though. The landscape's going to be different. I just don't get that. I don't see why Stephanie would have picked Mick Foley, knowing Mick's a good guy, she's a bad guy. Which brings me to the Shane McMahon pick. Shane McMahon picked Daniel Bryan, which most people, if you had been on the internet, unless you've lived under a rock, you probably already knew it was going to be Daniel Bryan. That made sense. It's going to be a brand where they have wrestling. It's going to be competitive. It made sense for Daniel Bryan to be there. So for Mick Foley to be the general manager of the brand made absolutely no sense to me. It just wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah. I don't even really know the word to use. It just wasn't what it just didn't have that spark like when a Stone Cold Steve Austin or returning Kurt Angle or someone like that. So, I mean, it's good. Like I've already said, seeing Mick Foley back is a good thing. I'm sure he'll bring some of those Foleyisms and he'll promote his show a lot. But I will say the backstage stuff that they had with those guys was good. And the speeches that they gave was good. Mick Foley talking about the Attitude Era and how it was about competition and survival, and that's how he's viewing this brand split, that it's competition and it's survival, is good. And then you get Daniel Bryan with the underdog type feel and stuff. Also very good. So their promos in the ring were good. Daniel Bryan, the pop dude, can probably disappear for a year and come back, and everyone's going to still do yes. I mean, that crowd in Providence was great for the moment. It wasn't as dead of a crowd as it has been. It was a lot better crowd. And you could hear it, but of course they died throughout the night. It just happens. But for that moment, Daniel Bryan and them in the ring were good. I just didn't feel like it was a huge thing when it was Mick Foley announced as the general manager. But like I was saying, their backstage segments were good. Daniel Bryan's interaction with Stephanie was nice. They kind of picked off where they left off when he was dealing with the Authority, when he was still in competition. Mick Foley's interaction with Shane was good. You could see the tension, but then you get Daniel and Foley playing off of each other, and that was really good. Hearing those two playing off of each other, I enjoyed a lot. So, I mean, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't really know what to say. I feel a little rusty here. This is my first review in, forever. So I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things. But like I was saying, Raw was good. Sorry, I'm trying to collect my thoughts here. Been 12-hour shift. Came in, watched 3 hours of Raw. It has been a rough. I keep looking down at the screen. I should be looking at you right there. Finger in your face. How's that? You like that, don't you? I'll stop now. So your Monday Night Raw review. Today is obviously July 18th. Tomorrow's the draft. They built the draft. I took notes because I need to take notes. I was talking about it. They explained the draft rules at the beginning of the show. Thankfully, it only took them until the night before. That WWE probably didn't really figure this out till the moment that they decided to go on the air. Like, oh, throw a graphic together real quick. We need some rules. One thing Stephanie said when her and Shane were conversing in the ring, she brought up the Cruiserweight division. We already know they got the Cruiserweight Classic. Aha! Plug. I am actually going to review the Cruiserweight Classic, that tournament, as well as NXT on Wednesday. Yes, I'll give you more details on that. Tomorrow night's SmackDown Live draft review, if whatever thing that I'm doing tomorrow, if I'm not dead from work again. But they explained, she said that the Cruiserweight division is coming back as an exclusive to Raw. Yes. I would like to have been on SmackDown, but we're getting the Cruiserweights back. Maybe the Cruiserweight Championship, and they're going to be plucking all this talent from this Cruiserweight division, which is got so much on top of what they probably already have on their roster. It's phenomenal, man. This is phenomenal. But they announced the rules. Raw's getting the first overall pick. And then for every 2 picks SmackDown gets, Raw gets 3. Makes sense because Raw's the longer show. They need those extra picks because they got 3 hours. But at the same time, kind of seems unfair, but I guess it plays in the storyline. You know, Daddy's little girl gets what she wants, as Shane said. I guess it all makes sense. So, but, and then they said they'd actually get 6 picks from the NXT roster. We kind of already figured that. So you're going to see a Finn Balor. You're probably going to see a Bayley. You'll probably see, who knows? I mean, American Alpha, because, and which ties into the fact that they said that the general managers and the commissioners have the option to either draft the team as a whole or separate. I'm sure there will be a couple teams that are going to break up, but you'll see a lot of teams get drafted together too, which is good. You don't want to break up all these teams. You want to get them together as a unit. Enzo and Cass better not get broke up, WWE. You do that, I will stop watching. Not really. I'll keep watching. But I'll be very mad. I'll be super mad. So don't get rid of those guys. That would be dumb. So they got into that. That was basically, you know, not a lot of information, but it was more than what we've had since they announced it back in, I think it was May. They did, there has been mentions, and it confirmed the 2 pay-per-views a month. I don't know how they're going to work that, how they're going to, what pay-per-views. I didn't see the thing on Reddit. I'll address it during my thing. I'll research it a little bit tonight. And find out what I can find out, and then I'll talk about it a little bit probably tomorrow night during the draft. But so there was the rest of the show. There was a WWE Championship match, which, what the hell was that ending? I have no freaking clue, you guys. I don't even know what really happened with that ending for the show. Chaos ensuing at the end of it, and I'm going to touch on that more here in a second, but overall, again, Raw was pretty dang good. But let's talk about the rest of the stuff, and then I'll get into the championship match, and I'll touch on a couple other things as I go through. We had Cesaro and Sami Zayn taking on Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. The match was good. Nothing stellar. They kept playing really on all these matches how this could be the last time this person faces each other and how important it is how this is Sammy's last chance to maybe get Owens before Battleground, and he might not get to him again. And they kept playing this whole draft thing, which is, I guess, okay. You have a pay-per-view to build up for people. Build up the pay-per-view too. They didn't really push anything as much as I think they could have. A lot of tag team matches too. But Sami Zayn pinned Chris Jericho to get the win. The match was maybe 8 minutes. It really didn't last that long. You saw another backstage. This whole make Darren Young great again thing. Was Darren Young ever great? Like I said, there's a lot of things I have gripes about. I've been off of YouTube for 4 months dealing with stuff, and I've seen so much that I'm just like, oh God, if I could just talk about that for like 5 seconds. Darren Young was never great. Miz, his World Tour as Intercontinental Champion for his 105th day. Ooh, whip-de fucking do. No one cares about the Miz. I mean, he's better as Intercontinental Champion with Maurice. It's given him something to do, but no one cares. They got a match at Battleground. I'll talk about that during my preview and predictions this weekend. It just... Darren Young won the match. Yeah. Oh, and Miz, he talked about, due to his lawyer and his agent, him and Reese get to be drafted as one, no matter what. So, watch out, SmackDown. Miz is coming to you. Then you had this big 12-man tag. Okay. Bar none, best segment of the night. This match took up most of the 8 o'clock hour. We literally only had 2 matches that lasted maybe a grand total of 8 minutes in the first hour. The rest was talking and commercials. Cena, Enzo, and Cass, and New Day versus the Club and the Wyatt family. This was the best segment. Cena comes out being John Cena, introduces Enzo and Cass. Enzo does his shtick. Enzo is a straight up, he's amazing on a microphone. Him and Cena, what are we talking about? I don't understand him. Big Cass, that's Enzo. That's Enzo Amore. What he does. That's why we're a great team. And then you had their interaction with the Bullet Club, all the stuff they kept saying to the Bullet Club, and I'm not even going to try to repeat it because, quite frankly, I just wouldn't do justice. Those guys are too good. And then New Day came out after the Bullet Club came out, and New Day doing that. Cena still, how you doing? Cena playing off. I don't get it. So you had, is it a level 21? Level 21. Pokemon Go trainer in Xavier Woods naming off Pokemon. How you doing? I mean, these guys, it was such a great segment. I don't see them getting rid of New Day. And you see New Day and their mic skills, and you see Enzo and Cass and their mic skills. These two are destined to come together at SummerSlam, and it will be awesome. It will be awesome. And I want to see it so bad. WWE, look me in the face. Please make this happen. Please make this happen. Please. I'm crazy. I'm delirious. I've had no sleep. I'm delirious. But I'm still here. I'm still doing this because I love doing this and I love talking to all of you. Oh, well, at the moment, none of you. And I don't care. Because this is YouTube. It's a platform. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But this is a platform for me to talk to you. I'm going to get back to my little review because it's little on the little channel. I'll get you all back. It'll be slow, but I'll get you all back. People will watch this eventually. It's going to go straight up. Anyways, the match itself was great. But Enzo getting in there with Braun Strowman, just doing his run. Come on, man. Let's And then so Big Cass gets in there. You see WWE looking to put those two together in a match, and they did it. They did it. I see these two in a couple years facing each other for a mid-card championship. Bray's looking good. I wanted to comment on the fact that Bray's lost weight since coming back. Bray looks more beast than he has. WWE needs to put a freaking championship on that dude. Bray Wyatt's talents deserve a championship of some sort. I don't care if it's the United States Championship on SmackDown or something. Give that man a championship. But I will say, as a part of this whole draft thing, that's good for guys like Bray Wyatt. I see Bray getting an opportunity at a World Heavyweight Championship. So, hey, how you doing? And AJ pinned Enzo Amore, and he won the match. Oh, look who came back. Okay, I want to bring him on here because he's got opinions. He has opinions. He just walked in the door. And I'm live doing this. I don't even care. Okay, I'm going to scooch over here. Have a seat there, big guy. He was supposed to do this. It's been a while. It's JD. Not JD from NY. This is JD from Southern Illinois. That's the camera, JD.
I know exactly where the camera's at, Zach.
Okay, so far I've talked about the opening segment, and I just got to the tag match with Enzo and Cass and all them. Go ahead, speak.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Well, I don't know how you doing.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what you mean either.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well let's start with the whole general manager picks. I was telling.
Well, I was right, by the way.
He claims he was right. He claims that he picked this last week.
2 weeks ago, I said the last commissioner was going to come back as GM. 2 weeks ago. The last GM manager was who? Commissioner?
Actually, I think that was William Regal in 2001.
No.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I don't know.
It was Mick Foley.
Okay. I didn't feel an overwhelming feeling with Mick Foley. I still feel like Raw is going to be the same old thing it has been. I am, however, super excited about Daniel Bryan as the SmackDown general manager.
Yes, kudos to him. I didn't think his career needed to be ended anyway.
No, it didn't. But he is the SmackDown GM with Shane. I already feel like SmackDown is going to be the better show. Bar none. It's going to be the better show.
Well, of course it is. Shane and Daniel Bryan's running it. Nobody cares about Stephanie McMahon. No. Stephanie McMahon is old news.
Exactly. Actually, for once, I think I'm agreeing with him. That's odd.
Raw is just going to be a funny, laughable show because Mick Foley's on it.
I mean, Mick will make it more watchable, I guess, but
that's the only reason why people are going to watch it.
But I didn't feel like seeing Mick Foley was something that was going to revitalize Raw. If they would have pulled in an Austin or Kurt Angle or someone of that nature, I think it would have been more, oh my, Mick Foley wasn't, oh my God, for me. It was just, oh cool, it's Mick Foley.
Austin, I don't think would have, as a character, joined with Stephanie McMahon.
No, it wouldn't have made sense. Mick Foley joining Stephanie still did not make sense to me. Now they tried to explain it through backstage promos, but it still didn't make sense.
Like X-Pac.
Yeah, I was expecting her big-nosed husband to come out. I really was.
He's old news.
The authority
Nobody
as
wants
a whole.
trash anymore.
The authority as a whole is old news, and the fact that they still keep them on there is just mind-blowing to me. And I went over the draft rules. He's not going to be here for the draft. He's going to church. I'm not. I'm skipping church to watch this draft and review it.
The draft's going to be like it is always.
I was excited for the first draft. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's
the first draft was different than everything else. The others were just wannabe copies.
Oh, yeah, and then the draft lottery where John Cena got selected twice in one night.
Yeah, I kind of like those lotteries. That was actually pretty cool. But now the last couple have just been horrible.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly don't know why they're getting back to the old brand separation. I'll talk more about that, like I said, in my next video.
Yeah.
What is your feelings about the draft? I mean, honestly.
Me, I think it's too quick for the simple fact that they spent so many years trying to put everything back together. Now they're separating and doing another draft. I don't.
I think it will benefit guys like or guys like that. I think will actually have shots at world titles. It's still going. It's just business pros. Yeah, see, I'm still running. Okay. See, it didn't stop. It froze up. If you guys, if anyone sees this, just let me know in the comments if it froze up. But like I was saying, Bray Wyatt, guys like him,
Which they're not doing anything with.
Exactly, and I think the separation will help them if they're on, say, SmackDown.
Even with the separation, I don't think they're going to do anything with because they want all these newer guys who came from NXT.
Yes, which is prevalent because they're actually drafting directly from NXT.
All the top guys and put them right down there.
Yeah, much, yeah. I'm checking this stuff. I'm still streaming, still going. It's freezing up. The beauty of being live. What is it saying? What is it doing? I'm going to keep talking. I don't know if you can still see me. I don't know what's happening. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm still okay. Dun-dun-dun-dun. JD's just too much for the stream to handle, apparently.
Oh, back in the day, were great commentary. So
yeah, I had fun back in the day. Okay, I don't know if I'm probably going to go ahead and run through the rest of this real quick, and then I'm going to get his opinion on a couple things. Okay, Seth had a promo in that empty arena. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed the promo with Seth in the arena. Baron Corbin versus Sin Cara. Whatever. Who cares? Really? Sheamus, again, I don't really care.
Guys that they're trying to push, and then they drop and push and drop, and the other guys just tossed to the wayside, nothingness.
Yeah. What is happening on this? Shows that I'm streaming. Well, here it shows. Let's see what it looks like when I'm on here. So I'm going to see what my so then that look that it froze on there of your face.
It looks like bitter beer face, but I can't drink. Here's my phone.
I don't know where your phone is.
It's right there.
Oh, it plays back here. Says we're live. It's still
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, this was like that the whole time we're talking, so this is still doing its thing.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so I'm going to mute this. Yeah. So we're good. Streaming. The screen is all, but so I get to talk because it's not doing nothing this wise because I'm looking at me on there. So okay, fully Brian.
Pretty cool. They started off friends, and then they just walked off as they're going to be enemies.
Let the games begin. Yeah. I am looking. I mean, if they do keep true separation, other than
team up friendship thing, but when the boss is around,
Yeah. I hate you. I hate you.
why were you just talking to Dan Bryan? I don't know. Daniel Bryan's cool to talk to.
Right? I'm looking at. Oh, it stops every once in a while. It's okay. For the most part, it's still keeping us on that. Of course, then the WWE Championship match, man. That was such a wonky finish. It was.
Well, rules is this is Stephanie McMahon, and a double pin when the title's on the line. The title does not change. I've known that since I was 4 years old.
I'm still confused if Seth's really the champion or if Dean's the champion. I'm legit confused. Well, it took me a minute to actually start because I'm just like, okay.
It's not the fact that he's the new champion. He's the golden boy of the authority in the new Triple H that I refer to as Triple Trash.
Do not be surprised.
Whatever he wants.
Do not be surprised if Seth gets drafted to Raw and Triple H screws him at Battleground.
I've been waiting for that for over 2 years.
It's going to happen. Eventually, they're going to visit that story.
Triple Trash keeps certain people around so he can take himself and keep himself up on the pedestal because he can't do it himself.
You have your valid points, yes. So let's talk a little bit more about the draft. What is your expectations going into tomorrow night? Oh, FYI, Seth Rollins is apparently the WWE champion again. I don't know if I said that. Fucking mass confusion.
You were just talking about that.
I know, but I never actually announced who's the champ. But Seth was announced as the champion by Stephanie. He walked out with the belt. Who knows? They could vacate the title tomorrow night.
You been hanging out with Michael Cole?
I guess I have. Call me Little Mike. Okay, so the draft. What is your expectations for the draft tomorrow, man?
My expectations for the match, is for some of the guys that you don't get to see to be drafted to either show, but separated. Not to where all the guys you haven't seen in the last several months to be all put on the same show, which I think that'd be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And giving them a chance and opportunity to do things that they used to be able to do and not been able to do. And then split the top guys.
Next question. If you're one of the general managers, one of the commissioners, either Raw or SmackDown, who's your number one pick?
Shane.
Shane is your number one pick. You're Shane or Stephanie. Who is your number one pick as Shane or Stephanie?
I thought you were asking me which one should have the shows.
No. Who is your number one pick as a general manager or a commissioner?
My number one pick would be bringing John Cena back to SmackDown.
I actually agree with that. Except I would pick Seth Rollins for Raw, the number one pick. John Cena would be my number one pick. I'm not going to get into that stuff, but AJ Styles would be in my top 4 as well. So they're going to obviously make a new world title. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, and I've wanted to address this since it was brought up weeks ago, a month ago, actually. Roman Reigns. Now, we and him do have different opinions, and that's what makes it good, because it's two sides of the coin, and we both have our opinions, but neither one is wrong.
He has a huge grudge to that. Don't let him get you wrong on that.
No, there's a grudge. There's definitely a grudge.
The whole thing right here is a big cloud around him.
I have to say what I have to say.
I simply think that it might be a storyline.
He thinks it might be a storyline. I disagree. I'm pretty sure this is legit.
Plus, he's not been the first guy to ever do something wrong and still get pushed over.
He's not. But regardless, for me personally, I'm going to get out my feelings about this.
But no one griped about the others.
I've griped. About who? Randy Orton.
What did Randy Orton do?
Popping pills, failed a drug test, and that's why they modified the rules of 3 strikes before you were fired because of Randy.
I thought the 3 strikes rules was before Randy.
Nope, they modified it to that because of Randy.
Because somebody said something about the reason why the 3 rules were there because of Jeff Hardy.
No, Jeff was suspended twice, and then he left the company. He got fired on his 3rd time. They modified it for Randy. So, this is my opinion on Roman Reigns, and I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to move on and just look at Battleground this Sunday. Roman Reigns should not be in this main event. They booked this main event prior to Roman's suspension. That irritates the hell out of me, because why is he being treated special when you had Connor, who came back tonight after being suspended for almost 90 days on his first offense? He's one of the guys in the Ascension. Oh yeah, they were backstage with Mick Foley. Connor's back, for those who care. I mean, I know everyone's probably heard this and had it beat over their head again and again and again. Oh my gosh, Roman Reigns being in this main event, still having his spot. If the rumors aren't true, which I'm not thinking they are, that Roman's losing his spot, no. Roman's still going to keep it. It irks me. It just irks me because he doesn't deserve it. I don't care if it's John Cena, Randy Orton, him, or Vince McMahon himself. If you violate the wellness policy, you don't deserve what you get.
Well, what are you going to say if you find out it's just a storyline?
It's just a storyline. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But the way it went through and the way everyone talked about it, I'm pretty sure this is not a storyline. It's a legit suspension. They just are using it as a tool for their story.
Well, they've suspended other people similarly and turned out to be a storyline.
True. I just don't know if this is. Well, we're never going to know for sure. Neither of us are. They're never going to fully reveal everything. So I'm going to move on from it. I'm going to look at Battleground, and I'm pretty sure Roman's probably going to win the championship back on Sunday.
No, I'm still leaning towards Daniel Bryan keeping it.
Daniel Bryan's not even in the match, weirdo.
Daniel Bryan? Oh, what?
Did you mean Dean Ambrose?
Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is going to retake his title.
He might. I don't know.
Sorry, I just a little shocked that I was correct.
Whatever. Okay, so, I mean, I don't know what else there really is to cover. I mean, we could. There wasn't really a whole bunch. But what did you think about that New Day segment and the 9-man off the Pokemon?
Well, everything was okay until the idiot mispronounced one of the names.
Which name was it? I don't know the Pokemon very well. He's only going to announce the first 150 characters, and there's 130 to go.
I can't remember, but I know for a fact it's wrong. I used to watch Pokemon.
How you doing?
I'm doing horrible right now.
So I really don't know what else to say. This is a short review. This is going to be long tomorrow night because it's going to be. I might actually live stream during the draft, during certain moments. If like there's a really big pick that no one expects, there's supposedly going to be. Here's a good point because you're not going to be here for the draft tomorrow, so I do want to get this out of you. If any, who would you say out of the veterans that they've been looking at or reportedly talking to, like John Morrison, Johnny Mundo,
Jeff Hardy,
Kurt Angle, Jeff's still under contract.
I don't care. Jeff Hardy and Matt will come calling back to WWE.
Oh no, they both have said they want to. But out of the ones who are available, like a Kurt Angle and such,
Kurt Angle should have been back a long time ago.
I agree with that as well. So you're thinking Kurt could be one of the people drafted tomorrow?
Sure.
Do you think anyone's going to be drafted that's not already on the roster?
Rey Mysterio.
Ray, maybe Ray.
Rey Mysterio needs to come back.
Except I think Ray's still under contract with AAA and Lucha.
So that's small time stuff.
It is, but it is what it is. I would say Kurt Angle. Jeff Jarrett's never getting back in WWE. You're freaking insane, dude. I'll say Kurt Angle.
And what would you do if Undertaker made the opening tomorrow night? Since that is his brand.
Undertaker might be on SmackDown.
I'm talking about opening it.
He might be. I don't know. He might be even drafted. I don't know. The only thing I have issues with the draft as far as just it happening in general, but there are some good points to it. It does add to a little excitement, at least for this one night. So the draft tomorrow should be good. I've been waiting forever to finally get to it.
What would you do if John Cena gets drafted back to SmackDown and you see the old John Cena that everyone loves.
Oh, I like that. I like that John Cena. I was a fan of that John
And then
Cena.
challenge JBL to a match.
Oh, God.
Just to beat him up again.
Let him up with using the tailpipe again. Bringing out the semi with the freaking
That'd be
things
cool.
on it.
That'd be cool.
I will say they need to change the belt. They need to change the belt.
I don't like the belt at all. I don't care for either one of the belts.
But I don't want two world titles. But they're gonna do it anyways. They're gonna do
They
two
need to get rid
pay-per-views
of
a
the
month.
tag belts too.
They're doing 2 pay-per-views a month again. It was confirmed.
That's fine with me.
You're good with the separations. I mean, what pay-per-view do you want to see brought back?
King of the Ring.
King of the Ring, yes. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, I want Clash of the Champions. I want Halloween Havoc. And maybe Bash at the Beach. But Halloween Havoc for sure, because it would be about that time.
Bash at the Beach would be fine.
I'm totally down for that. Give me some
Survivor Series. To be as great as it used to be.
Yeah,
and not just be on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown.
I think it would be better. I mean, I am looking forward to seeing what they do. Okay?
I'm looking forward to see what Shane McMahon's going to bring. Because I've hated what Triple Trash and his wife has been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Ratings have been dropping. I don't care what anybody says that he's business smart. He doesn't know his business in the butt and the hole of the ground.
NXT would prove different, but
but he's not the one on the show every day. Who is?
Stephanie. Stephanie is the face we're seeing all the time. You haven't seen Triple H
NXT.
since WrestleMania. Triple H is the guy who runs NXT. That is legit his brand.
He's not the only one that's in control of it. And he's not the one on the show.
No, that
ratings aren't dropping because he's not on the show.
No, this show's awesome because it's simplified booking. NXT is amazing.
Who's the GM?
The GM would be William Regal, but he doesn't have real authority. It's just an on-air figurehead.
Yeah, people like William Regal.
Oh, I love William Regal.
Nobody cares for Triple Trash.
Look, a lot of people beg to differ with him. I'm sure whoever's in the comments probably right now raging over what he's saying.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm about to check the comments real quick. Oh, snap. Please tell me my YouTube stream is still good. All right. I'm still on. Okay.
And nothing.
No, everything's still going just fine. I'm like, wait, where's my stuff? Okay, cool.
I don't see no comments.
Look,
not yet.
I'll see what here. Look, it's gonna pop up somewhere.
Somewhere.
Here, look, I can go. Look, I'm gonna show them how to do this real quick. If I click on this, it will pop up.
Sorry, guys, I'm just used to being on a recording via VHS, like a set tape with this guy.
No, we don't want the.
Who the heck is that? Nobody invited the guest on here other than me.
Yeah, skip that. Important info.
Nothing.
Who's Con Hunter? What important info, man? I need to know what important. Seth should have kept the champion. Okay, no. I'm going to agree with Con Hunter here. Seth, I don't know about tonight.
Did you just say?
I don't know about tonight, but Seth should have kept the title at Money in the Bank, and I think they should have waited for Dean to cash in so they could have done a triple threat for SummerSlam. That's what I
Hunter,
think.
you can shut your mouth. Because he's just a wine bag all in one bag.
Oh,
he's just mad that Dean pulled the same thing he did at WrestleMania.
Okay, aside from the finish in the match tonight with those two, how do you think the match went otherwise? I think it was an amazing match. I knew it was going to be, and I think it's the
best match that I've seen in the last several years.
I actually would agree.
And I like the fact that they said they're going to bring in an example back as the Attitude Era. Because of that match right now was the best match that I've seen lately. Everything else has just been boring.
I think it's gotten better, considering how it has been. I actually I enjoyed it. But, okay, so your overall impressions for Raw tonight?
Could have been a little better, a little more tweaked up, but
certainly
it's the best that I've seen in the last couple of weeks. Even though that I haven't seen a full Raw.
Hey, not my
somebody's
fault.
Family.
Hey, that's not my fault. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I don't. So, in the comments section, I want you guys to sound out. What was your favorite part of Raw tonight? And what is your rating? I'm going to give Raw, I'm going to say a 7 out of 10 tonight, actually. I think it was that good. I think it's more to do with the draft type, though. So, what would be your rating? Scale of 1 to 10. Mine's 7 out of 10.
I'd go with a 9.5.
Wow, that's a high one.
For the simple fact that it's been better than the last several months.
Yeah, it was pretty darn good. I'm gonna give you the. Hey, I actually got a thumbs up. Thanks whoever gave me the thumbs up. You got a thumbs up in the video. It's streaming. Okay, JD.
What was the thumbs up for? You
It's
didn't
a
give
like.
no comment.
It's a like. That's all it is. Just a like.
Well, they didn't say what they liked
He's
about
not
it.
a YouTube guy. Like I said, he was using little cassette tapes we used to record on.
They didn't say what they liked about it.
You don't have to. You just like it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was that Con Hunter dude. I don't know.
They probably like the fact that we're arguing.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I will give you credit. The short amount of time you've been on here, it's been more conversational, more entertaining than any time I did with Wayne. I love you,
Maybe
Ethan.
next time you could dye your goatee black and I'll wear a cowboy hat.
Oh, I can be Zack Ryder, and you can. I can be.
I said goatee black. Zack Ryder has a beard.
I'll be Jerry Lawler, and you be.
Jerry Lawler's
He
clean
wants
shaven.
He wants me to be freaking Michael Cole.
No,
asshole.
I'm JBL.
Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael. Oh my gosh, I think this is going way off the rails now. I don't know where this is going anymore. We're just blabbering. I mean, there's really not much more to talk about. Oh, man. It's amazing. This whole thing is amazing. Watch, I just took it off my phone.
Did you tell them how you feel being back on the webcam?
Oh, I did.
And what, 2 months, 3 months?
4 months. I love being on YouTube. I'm not going to ever be a huge YouTube
You guys
guy.
probably wouldn't have got that if I didn't say nothing. He was on the video for how long? Before I walked in?
Probably about 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably about to cut this Raw review. Honestly, though, for everyone who did pop in, whether you like this or you didn't like this, just thank you for viewing the video. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love talking about this stuff because I've been a wrestling fan since I was, at least for the last 18 years solid, I've been watching wrestling. So, give them a little bit about yourself real quick.
Well, I was about to do that. You guys have his screen name, which is what?
Zach. Z-A-K-K.
Well, I thought you had something else added to that.
Just Zach.
Well, mine,
You
can call me the Justice.
Oh, Jesus. All right, go ahead.
You got me switched up there. Justin Lee HD, as in Holy Defender.
He's something.
Well, start giving my other names if you want.
As in Weirdo or Douchey McNugget.
Jay Knightley.
I
don't know what you're talking about.
RoboCop. We got RoboCop, everybody.
Yeah.
RoboCop.
Shave my head down a little bit more. I might look like I put some metal around my face. Trim up a little bit. Lose about 20 pounds.
Oh, jeez. All right, so he won't be here. I will be back tomorrow night to do the SmackDown review.
I'll be here just to lay smack it down on Zach.
Oh, now he's going to show up. Yeah. He'll be back in time for the review. He just won't be here to watch the full draft, so I'll just have to tell him what happened.
No, he won't. My church won't be that long. I'm sure it's going to be a 3-hour to 4-hour event.
It's 2 hours.
Hey, it's the first official first, even though there was others live SmackDown. So you don't think it's going to be more than 2 hours?
2 hours. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see when he walks in and I'm already on here.
I'm pretty sure they're already going to change to 3. 3 hours, 10, 15 minutes, just like Raw. Because it's going to be better than Raw.
It will be. Actually, I don't disagree. I think it's going to be a lot better than Raw. But we'll see. We have to get through it. One more question, and then we're going to go ahead and get off the air. Out of the NXT guys that they have that are available, if you could pick the one out of the 6 picks, which would probably be 3 for SmackDown, 3 for Raw, who would you pick up for NXT? I can tell you right now, for me, Finn Balor.
Well, my pick isn't even there yet, which he should be there because he's been training more than the other guys been there in the last 4 years. But, well, been in and out and trained a little bit, I mean. But I'd go with somebody that should have already been on Monday Night Raw, probably before AJ, which was Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe is very likely going to be drafted.
He should have been on Raw a long time ago. I don't even think he should have went to NXT.
It's up to debate. But I'm going to stop this here. Tomorrow night, the draft, as soon as it goes off, I'll be going live. So keep an eye out. But I'm going to be there. As soon as it goes over, I'm going live here. Again, I love doing this live rather than pre-recorded. It's less hassle because I don't have to edit anything. This is live. No matter what happens, I'm live. So, but I'm Zach. He's the Holy Defender. He's JD.
And I'm throwing the talent on Zach.
Oh,
he's in the video.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. You can subscribe to the channel. You just hit that subscribe button. If you did like this video, just hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a penny. Just click it. Like, yeah.
And anybody wants to add me, they can add me to JD Neely. That's NEELEY on Facebook.
You have all my information down in the description, so you can follow me on there. I still have a link. I still have a link to Wayne's PlayStation Network account. He's on PlayStation 4. Follow him on Barons of Hell. That's on YouTube. Go to him. Subscribe to him. I'm still going to show the dude love for a little bit. Thank you all for watching. God bless him.
When did Dude Love be a guest?
I don't know.
You just said something about Dude Love. I ain't seen that guy in years. What are you talking about?
And that's where I stop this. Follow Barons of Hell on YouTube. Follow us. Subscribe to us. Peace out, bitches.